Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of June 16th, 2024. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. So happy Father's Day and happy summer. Summer starts this week on Thursday the 20th with the solstice and the start of Cancer season. And then the very next day is a full moon in Capricorn. This is a big, wonderful week. We talk a lot about the cycles of the moon and the other planets, but the sun is the center of it all. It's the center of everything, and the solstice is our day to honor it. Think about how we're affected when the moon is full. And the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon. So we can think of the solstice as 400 times stronger than a full moon. We can think of it as a full sun. And nothing is more fundamental to Earth than the length of the day and the amount of sunlight. The solstice is a power day because it's the longest day of the year with the most sunlight. The extra light raises the energy grid of the planet, and everything is high vibing on the solstice. The solstice has been celebrated on our planet for thousands of years. It was such a big deal that ancient cultures built monuments like Stonehenge and Machu Picchu to honor it. And around the same time Stonehenge was built in England, two great pyramids and the Sphinx were built in Egypt. And if you stand at the Sphinx on the summer solstice and you look toward the two pyramids, you'll see the sun set exactly between them. What's happening in the sky at the time of the solstice sets the tone for the whole summer, for the whole season. And at the exact time of the summer solstice, the sun will move into Cancer, starting Cancer season. And Cancer is nurturing and intuitive and compassionate and a natural caregiver. And Cancers feel their emotions. This is the time of the year when emotions run high, and we feel emotions more. Cancers are also homebodies who love nurturing their homes and caring for their plants, their pets, and their people. And Cancer season is just lovely. The next few weeks are ideal for lounging around with friends and enjoying the summertime. Mars is in Taurus at the time of the solstice, and this slows everything down and makes this a summer when we may be feeling nostalgic. The energy is like the summers when we were kids, riding bikes, hanging out with friends, swimming, and lying in the sun. It's slow and leisurely and wonderful. Thanks to Mercury and Venus, who have just moved into Cancer at the time of the solstice, the focus is on spending time with people we love this summer. And those planets also help us feel confident, optimistic, and relaxed. And we can't forget about Jupiter, who will be in Gemini this summer, making this happy and positive with lots of good vibes. And then adding to all of this magic this week, on Friday, just a day after the solstice, is the strawberry full moon. It's called the strawberry moon because this is the time of year when the strawberries are ripe, not because of the color of the moon. The extraordinary thing about this full moon is that it's the lowest full moon we've seen in years. Since the moon happens on the solstice, the very day the sun is absolutely at its highest of the year, and a full moon is opposite the sun, this full moon is the very lowest full moon, the lowest we've seen in years. It's barely up at all. In Alaska, it won't even clear their horizon. It won't rise at all. So for them, June will simply have no full moon. Because the moon is so low, it will appear bigger than ever. It's extra low, extra big, and because it's so low, it picks up the colors of the horizon and look orange or yellow. Super cool moon. Now this moon is in Capricorn, which helps us take ownership of our lives. We may say we want something, but do our actions actually reflect that? This moon helps us look at ourselves and see if our actions are getting us where we want to be. Are we walking the talk? This full moon is the first one of two full moons in Capricorn in a row. These two full moons are setting the stage for a fun summertime and for us to accomplish goals that may have been on the back burner for the last few years. This is big energy. It's that feeling of being tired of your shit and finally moving it out of the way to create the space you need to do what you're here to do this lifetime. And maybe that is simply learning how to be present, to shift from doing to being. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of responsibility, structure, and long-term goals. It helps us build our foundation. We can think of this summer as our canvas. We're creating our masterpiece. We're creating a summer that we'll remember. There's so much potential to shift our lives this summer. 2 full moons in a row in Capricorn, and the first one falls on the solstice, getting a huge power boost. We can use this summer to build the foundation for what we want for the long term, too. Now, you may be thinking, how can I have a slow, loungy summer, enjoying being in the moment, and create the foundation for the future? What I love about this time is that the solstice, when the sun is at the highest, and the full moon, when it's at its lowest, are in perfect balance, helping us balance our lives. We can relax and get stuff accomplished. It isn't either or. It's both. We actually get more done if we're in a calm, relaxed, balanced state. We often think that to get more accomplished, we need to work hard, to work long hours, and force ourselves to push through, and that's just BS. Instead, the summer helps us to relax, get in the flow of energy, and use universal energy and flow to get further than we can by working so hard. I'm using the summer to update my business. With a new website, branding, and messaging, I want to use the forward-moving energy of 2 Capricorn full moons in a row and this lovely summer to get it all done in an easy and relaxed way. This is the summer to learn to flow with life, and that starts with relaxing. So allow yourself to float into the summer vibe this week. Once you're there, enjoying the juiciness of summer, then set the intentions for what you want to accomplish this summer. Relax and flow first, and then work. This is a magical summer. Think of the best summers of your life. What made them so special? Downtime, time with friends and family, great summer foods, watermelons, barbecue, corn on the cob, ice cream, spending time in nature. Cancer is represented by the crab, which loves water. So get out to the lakes, the rivers, and the ocean. This is the summer to remember, and it kicks off this week. So I have a spiritual retreat visitor this weekend, and after some pastries from my favorite bakery this morning, we're headed up to Big Sky to do some hiking and become one with nature. And because this is a big week, I'm releasing the Summer Astrology Forecast podcast with Deborah Norton this week and a Summer Solstice spiritual practice. The spiritual practice has more in-depth astrology, a tarot card pull with some channeled messages, and a guided meditation to welcome this wonderful time. It is pay what you want so that everybody can access it. So as always, thank you for listening and passing the podcast on to a friend. Happy Father's Day and happy solstice, everyone. I'll talk to you again next week.